Episode 149. Komoi is so damn tired of having her ass kicked by the coils of Bahamut. And we're only on the second coil, still one more after this. But Nael is probably most notoriously the hardest barrier to overcome, for a lot of reasons. One, if you're doing it in a normal battle with other players, the entire fight is so synchronized, it's so planned out, or at least you need to be, in order to get everyone placing things in the right location so everyone doesn't wipe, that it's hard to get a party finder team to do it at level 4. And if you're doing it solo, there are a bunch of things, like in other of the extreme trials that I faced, where you instantly die or have some big damage happening all at once, like the meteors or some of the dragon stuff that I didn't get to see. So the only way to really do it is either to have a max level character burn down Nael really quickly, which I don't really want to grind out for, or to go in unsynced with a party, which I think I pretty much did on my main character just to unlock the rest of the story. But I don't feel like recruiting people randomly just for the sake of these videos out in the Aetherite Plaza or something. So we're just going to fall back onto the old strategy, as always, which isn't an actual strategy, but I pretend it is until I hit a breakthrough otherwise. Absorbing the power of the extreme versions of the primals. The only one left, though, is the King, King Mughal XII. Amongst Mughal-kind, the legend of good King Mughal XII does tell a wise and magnanimous ruler. Alas, the entity thus summoned put the lie to this imagining with his brief and decidedly unpeaceful reign. It was most disturbing for me to learn, then, that the Mughal guards have once more succeeded in placing their manic potentate upon his thorny throne. Only the Ascian's guileful intervention could have called the king back from the Aether with such haste. I am afeard that, as was the case with Ifrit and his primal ilk, the ritual thus employed has empowered the avatar with a strength far beyond that of his previous incarnation. So you're saying they did the ritual summoning, as in the ritual sacrifice, on Mughals? Them? Really? I can't believe it. I don't think they said that Iceheart did any ritual summoning or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it's implied that even though the Ascians were involved with her extreme version, that he didn't do any of that ritual, nasty, sacrificial business. But here he's pretty much saying, right? The same method. Ritual sacrifice on Mughals. I can't believe it. As ever it falls to thee, to the blade born of light, to banish the paragon's dark ambition from our realm. The 12 only know what dire power doth corrupt the savior of these gentle forest folk. Thy name has been called, Komoi. The more moderate faction of the Mughals has joined with the Order of the Twin Adder in an effort to open thee a path to the good king's domain. I bid thee make haste to the Adder's Nest, and once more pledge thine aid in disposing this royal miss made flesh. Komoi of the Scions, glad I am to see you. I assume you have been apprised of the situation regarding the Mughal monarch? After your previous deposal of the king, Kuplo Kop approached the Mughals' guard and attempted to convince them of the error of their ways. Unfortunately, it appears his efforts at persuasion had rather the opposite effect. The royal sentries reportedly flew into a frenzy and focused their righteous indignation into a new summoning ritual. Mayhap it was the unwavering intensity of the Mughals' guard. I thought it'd be like Mughal guard, but it's Mughals' guard. Mughals' guard's prayers. But the king has returned to the forest, enveloped in an almost blinding aura of majesty. Kuplokop tells us that this dauntingly maniacal avatar has now taken to calling himself Great King Mughal XII. Suffice it to say, the Elder Seed Seer is willing to condone the necessary act of regicide. For the safety of all who dwell within the 12's Wood, it has been decided that the king must fall. A certain member of the Elder Seed Seer's personal guard has already escorted Kuplokop to the ward that shields the monarch's domain. Okay, so we don't have to do the whole escort mission this time. I guess that's kind of what they're saying here. I remember that. It was kind of funny, but it'd be a pain if you had to do it for the extreme version too. Those among us with the ability to see Mughals are often in high demand, but considering the urgency of your mission, our leader felt it best to expedite matters. Pray make your preparations and set out as soon as you are able. Kuplokop awaits you in the bramble patch in the East Shroud. I don't think we ever actually get to see like the home of the Mughals. If they even have homes, they might just like flit about in the forest or something. This is the closest we get, the trial. That takes you to Good King Mughal. Although, that's just the home of the Mughals here in the 12's Wood, I guess. They'd have other homes elsewhere that I guess you might see. Thanks for the escort. Kuplokop has nullified the ward in anticipation of your arrival. I pray this royal nightmare is not beyond your abilities. I hope so too. Kuplokop is kind of on the lower end of item level, I guess, because he appeared in patch 2.1. And we even beat the extreme version of Shiva from patch 2.5 without too much trouble. Actually, less trouble than some of the other extremes from even 2.0. But Mughal is notoriously crazy. So crazy they had to tone down his normal version from the main story, so that you don't fight his ads at the same time that you fight him. In the extreme version, though, I'm pretty sure they'll be around. Oh, I knew you'd come. At least I was hoping, Kupo. Not long ago, I had a stern word with the Mughals Guard about the dangers of turning pleasant fairy tales into disturbing reality. But they insisted that the intimidating force that is Good King Mughal XII, may his scepter of judgment ever command our respect, is exactly the sort of savior we need. The Mughals Guard are afraid, Kupo. Afraid of how the forest has changed. Afraid of the never-ending conflict. Afraid that we Mughals have no place in this new world. I'm scared of all those things too. But the thought of unleashing our royal menace upon the 12's Wood scares me even more, Kupo. Please, you must deal with them firmly before this goes too far. A measured thrashing, of course. Nothing too brutal. You can enter Thornmarch here, through the tear I've made in the ward. Take care, good fortune. Take care, good fortune, and in the meantime, I'll go let the others know that Great King Mughal XII, may his reign end with minimal bloodshed, will be vacating his throne, Kupo. Hopefully my own bloodshed will be minimal too. I'm pretty sure I can do this solo. It's just a question of how many wipes it'll take. Surely Great King Mughal XII, long may he reign, isn't as insurmountable a wall as Nael deus Darnus. I hope. And unless I'm forgetting, that intro is significantly different from the original story mode intro, because I don't think Good King Moogle the 12th makes an appearance until you actually defeat all of the other Moogles guard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So we're actually starting the fight with him. I didn't think that'd be the case. Okay. There we go. So can we just AoE them all? Yeah. No problem. There we go. There's a very complicated method of taking these guys out that I have no idea how it's supposed to work out. At least normally, anyway. And actually they're reviving each other, so I'm not exactly sure what we're doing. Maybe it's the white mage rezzing them or something? I don't know. I'm somehow low on MP. I think one of the Moogles did that. I can't imagine spending so much MP that I wasted it all. Now Memento Moogle does something here where it raises all the Moogles. And it does more damage the more Moogles that are up. So you want to take out the Moogles before he does it. It was already pretty big on its own. Or no, it does more damage based on how many Moogles are dead, I think. I think so. It's a really slow cast, so this is actually the phase where you're supposed to take out the other guys. So I'm pretty sure it does more damage the more they're up. I could have it backwards though. I'm just letting him do it one more time to see if it does like huge damage on a second cast. Because otherwise I think we can end it. Yep, it gets more and more. Pretty crazy, this guy. We won't survive the next one. One last note, the music here. It actually calls out each of these, what is it, 6 Moogles by name. Kind of gives a little bit of lyrics to each of them on what they... little tricks that they play or whatever. It's worth listening to if you have the time. But again, I'm just talking to myself, so maybe sometime in the future I'll give a listen to the music without all the sound effects going in the background. No problem. Way more complicated in a group when doing it for real. What kind of Moogle weapon do we get for this? It's just a ribbon, actually. I mean, it's nice and all, I guess. We'll just put that in the glamour chest, I suppose. That fight is actually super interesting doing it normally because of how complicated it is. All the different things each of the Moogles do. The priority that you're supposed to take them out. It gets to the point where you have to do all of this stuff. Doing all of these markers or whatever. The ones where you put the priority on whichever guy. I remember doing that on my main character with a group. Won't do it on Komoy though. I'll be missing out on that experience for the recording, but that's fine. I won't be catching everything in Final Fantasy XIV in my recordings. If I can't even get past Nael Van Darnus, then... yeah, it won't be everything. So with that, that's all the primals done. We can check in on Uriandra, I guess. Does he have anything special to say, now that we've cleared the realm of all these extreme threats? Orianter, you are finally free. There is no longer a blue icon above your head, shackling you to the waking sands. You can leave whenever you want. All of you, actually. You're all free. You can all leave. There are no more side quests above any of your heads. Please, don't stay here. It's bad for your health. Mentally. As one age endeth, and another doth arise, so do our struggles wax and wane. What wouldst thou ask of me? Expedition? Well, let's see. I think Ferris the Realm will just be asking about Uriander, and he'll answer the same thing we saw about Moonbrita. Let's not bring up a topic so he doesn't have another relapse. What of the Primals? Thy victory over Shiva has offered the Ashgardians much-needed respite. Yet I fear her defeat serves merely to continue the escalating cycle of conflict. But be not disheartened. One day by thy light, the darkness within and without shall be purged, and the Ascians shall taste lasting defeat. We need only have faith. Alright, that's just related to the main story. What about other threats? I think this relates to the extreme stuff. Brother O. Ap Pessy has delivered unto me his reports on the dark divinity. Thy encounter with the primal has cast much light upon his true form. There may well be merit in the conjurer's theory. Mayhap the primal is the sword Zantetsuken, and the fearsome entity who doth wield it but a conjuration of the blade. Should the wielder fall, the blade remaineth to absorb aether from its environs, and so fashion a guardian anew. Yet verily, a pall of mystery doth obscure Odin still, and we know not by whose will he was summoned, nor how to seal a sword, and stop the dark divinity's ride once and for all. By thine efforts we have learned one truth of the primal's existence, but I fear we have only scratched the surface. Okay. I'm 2 for 2 on being wrong about these subjects. This one might actually be related to, one, the main story, but could also be related to the extremes, because I did clear out Shiva extreme, so that could be it. This one was just about Odin, and I guess this one must be about the raid, right? Bahamut. We have bent our backs in an effort to erase the scars of the calamity, all in ignorance of the monumental mystery that slumbered neath our feet. We must needs uncover aught we may concerning Bahamut and his Allegan prison, lest the dearth of understanding invite an unimaginable demise. Okay. Nothing special to say now that we cleared out all his quests. But still, no more blue icon above his head. Even after all that, and pretending to absorb all the power of the primals, I think Komori is unsatisfied. If only there were one more primal for her to fight and get that little edge that she needs to defeat Nael. But who could that be? Well, there's something that I have been ignoring for quite a long time, and now might be the time to do it, now that I'm taking on all of this endgame stuff. This one isn't the same kind of thing that Oriander gives you, where it's actually related to real-world happenings or whatever. It's actually more like the later expansions, where they just give you dream battles. Through the Wandering Minstrel for extreme versions. It would have been the first time they did it here in 2.0 for something that I accepted much earlier on and hid here. The Minstrel's Ballad, Ultima's Bane. He gives you a dream version of the fight against Ultima, because there's no good reason for you to fight Ultima again, unlike the other extreme trials which are just summoning the same primals again. This would be the first instance of a dream battle, and it's also the first instance of an ultimate trial, which is a step above the extreme versions of the trial. Let's see if we can do it. Now that we're on maximum echo, and cleared out everything else other than the raid which should be easier than all of this extreme stuff, mind you, but somehow Nael is still such a damn wall. So even though this is a dream battle, maybe Komori thinks she's going to meditate on the fight with Ultima, who itself absorbed the power of 3 primals, and maybe she can relate to that, trying to absorb power herself. That's my excuse for doing this right now. Nope. This would have come out in 2.0, I think. But it is still an ultimate trial, so I'm not sure if it'll be easy enough on maximum echo. It could just be a huge pushover though, we'll see. This would have also been an 8 version, or an 8-man version of the trial, compared to the 4-man version that was used to replace the 8-man in the original story. So this, in the current iteration of the game, is the only 8-man remaining against Ultima. And it's probably still pretty hard, level synced and without echo. But we're not going to do all that. I don't actually know the mechanics. I didn't look it up unlike a lot of other stuff, and I have no memory of this from my main character, unlike a lot of the other extreme stuff I did. Let's see. Damage is okay. I don't like zooming out this much, but it's the only way we can see all of Ultima, and I'll explore. And there's Garuda. Also in my own Garuda. Did we actually knock Garuda out of him? Oh, okay. Yeah, we just knocked out Titan too. We're actually skipping a lot of his phases there. All he's got left is Ifrit. And he hasn't even used any Garuda or Titan attacks. Now he's got nothing except these bits. Is this going to be a case where... Oh, we want to absorb these. Or at least 2 of them. Is this going to be a case where he has a big middle phase where we can't attack him, like Twin Tanya? These things again. Can we survive them? They're actually kind of heavy damage. You don't want them to touch though. They'd be much worse, I think. I think we can ignore these bits because they just attack us. We can move out of the way. They might have some kind of weird mechanic where they explode. Like, right now? No, that's something else. Oh, those are about to touch. Are they gonna kill? Yeah, they killed. I could have upped the DPS, but I did kind of want to see some of his earlier attacks. I can see where it would be interesting in an 8-man, having people assigned to absorb those orbs, everyone ganging up on the bits and whatnot, all while Ultima is attacking you itself. I'm gonna actually slow DPS here, so we can see some of the Garuda, Titan Ifrit stuff. We'll just pause at 90% and see what that looks like. Vicious Aetheroplasm. Apparently, 5 stacks is pretty bad. Oh. Well, you barriered through that. At least we saw the attack. This might be a tank swap mechanic, this whole Aetheroplasm thing. Make you switch off before you get 5, or something like that. Although he doesn't seem to be applying another one. There we go. And here comes Garuda's other attack, which we saw in the main story. Oh, and here comes Titan too. I guess we can knock Garuda out of him. There goes Garuda. And we'll pause around here. Oh, no, I knocked out Titan. Well, we saw one of Titan's attacks. I guess we'll just burn him down. Here comes that Etheric Boom again. I think he's actually doing another because... No, he's not. Oh, it's Etheric Boom, not Boom. Those are bad. We can kill him first though, I think. Okay, we could have killed him first if I was quicker. I guess this is my chance to see more Titan attacks. We'll bring him down to 70, I guess. She gets one. Here comes that knockback. And we'll pause here. We'll give him 2 Titan attacks. We've already seen plenty of a free. Oh, that one was Titan actually. They combined the attacks. I didn't realize. One more Titan, if you would. Alright, guess I'm gonna do my double burst now. I'm sick of waiting. I was waiting until the time on the Aether charge, is that what the ability is called? Waiting for that to complete so that I could activate it twice in a row. Get that double quick DPS or whatever. And now Aether charge again for double DPS. Before he gets those things out, actually, no time for Aether charge, we just kill. There are probably plenty of attacks I didn't see, but I just really wanted this quest off of my minimap. I can't count the amount of times that I mistook that thing for the actual quest I was on. Even if you hide it in your journal, it shows up on your map, so... now it's gone. I guess I could have abandoned the quest, but... I finally did it. What do you even get from this? Ultima Band of Casting. Band? Oh, it's a ring. How's it look? I mean, it's a look, I guess. We could put it in the drawer. We have 800 spaces, why not? How is it, Komori? Do you feel a surge of strength after defeating Ultima? Ready to take on Nael? I guess fighting a Guardian might train you up to fight another Guardian, know their tactics or something. That might be my best work yet. Was it not just as you remember, Komori? Not really. Come now, what's the harm in a little exaggeration? I only changed a few details for dramatic effect. And even if I had not, others would have done so eventually. 'Tis the nature of every story to grow with each telling. In the future, they avoid this problem by making it so that the quest completes after you or before you just at the same time that you unlock the trial itself, so you don't actually have to clear the trial to get rid of the quest on your map. I didn't actually think you'd have more. Eager to listen to my harp, are you? For what higher praise could a minstrel ask than to have as an audience the very hero who provides inspiration for his songs? Yet I have no fresh compositions I deem fit for a champion's ears. Would that I possessed something more to amuse you. What even is this quest? Ah, I've been struck by the most wonderful idea. You shall be the author, and the subject, of your own creations. Yes, by weaving an epic with your own endeavors, you will find yourself casting a critical eye upon past deeds. Think of such works as muses for future growth. 'Tis no difficult thing to pen a poem. The words will come of their own accord, I assure you. Simply envision the scene, and describe the memories in faithful detail. Omit not and add not, and the truth shall remain. Reciting the finished piece should then serve to bring the past to vivid life in your mind's eye. And when you look back upon events with undistracted clarity, what was hidden in chaos may now seem blindingly clear, especially when things are uncolored by the embellishments I might bring to the story. May the recording of your sagas reward you with inspiration and insight. Oh, and do return sometime and share what you have wrought. Duty recorder? What is this? You now have access to the duty recorder, allowing you to document duties for viewing within an in-room. Open the duty recorder interface located under duty in the main menu, and view the help text for further details on how to use this feature. Did I ever unlock this on my main character? Do you only get this after defeating Ultima? I think I would have unlocked it then, but I probably never used it. The duty recorder is now unlocked, allowing you to document duties for viewing at a later date. Playback features include speed adjustment, focus, target switching, and more. You can actually record your gameplay in-game. I mean, I have, obviously, other ways of recording that, but I had no idea. Have I seen people... I'm pretty sure I've seen like a message, right? Of sometimes people recording duties. At least not in normal gameplay, but I might have seen it somewhere online or something. Like something that shows up in the text box here. When someone in the party is recording duty. Maybe I'm just making that up, but seeing this now, I feel like I might have seen it. Duty recording is only allowed after several conditions have been met. One, that it's enabled. Recording can be enabled from duty recorder. That's all we get. Let's actually go to an in-room and see how that works out. Why is there another... What is this? Why is there another one? Oh my god. We're not even done with the second coil of Bahamut. Do not even talk to me about the Savage version. There's a Savage version of only the second coil of Bahamut, and for good reason. Because it's the hardest one, so they want to make the hardest one even harder. Actually, in ways, I heard the Savage is easier for certain methods, like solo. Strangely. If only I could do that instead of the normal version. So let's go... where was it? To the in-room, I guess. I'm probably not ever going to use this feature, because I have my own ways of recording, but maybe there's something that'll be helpful for some reason. Can't imagine how it would be. Can you record the entire hour of a duty or something? Sounds like a lot. How does this thing work? They said something about an in-room, right? Allowing you to document duties for viewing within an in-room. Well, you can view them here, but where? I can only think this. But these are just cutscenes. I don't see any of these as being duty recordings unless you get like an extra tab after you actually record things. Recording duties. Conditions. 1. Recorder is enabled. 2. Current duty is available for recording. 3. Parties meet minimum size. 4. Record ready check has been executed. I guess that last one is to make sure that everybody agrees to being recorded. It meets minimum size requirements, so I'm pretty sure you can't do it unsynced. And then a ready check. Approval from all party members. So yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a party that ever did this, but I might have seen it like in a stray errant online video of Final Fantasy XIV, which might make sense because maybe some of the videos that I watch online of duties or whatever, guides or whatever, are recorded through this duty recording thing, and that's what I see. Maybe. Maybe not. There are better ways to record now, I imagine. This probably would have been unlocked almost over a decade ago. Well, we don't need it. I was just curious to see what happens in the in-room when you want to see something. Oh, we can disable that, I guess. Well, that's it. Komori has nothing left to do. To get more pretend power to fight Nael van Darnus. So I'm actually going to go back to the second coil turn 4, which I can do from anywhere, but I'll do it from here. I already said I don't have a solid plan for getting through everything, but I want to try at least a little bit better than what I did in the last episode. Just to get a little bit further, to get to the truly insurmountable wall. Which is actually surmountable, but it's kind of more of a hard DPS thing. And one more time with Nael. Get out Carbuncle. And the plan this time was kind of similar to the last one. I learned a little bit more about how these golems and the meteors work. And I should be able to finagle a way to survive a little bit better. The main thing is that I have to make sure that there are no real comets remaining, maybe just 1 or 2 at maximum, by the time Giga Flare or whatever happens. And golems, I learned last time, or remembered last time, can absorb those comets, but not too much. What I checked in between episodes was that they can actually, a single golem, or each golem, absorb up to 3 entire meteors. Which is way more than I thought. I thought even 2 would kill you. Which means I can leave 3 on the ground, or even more, if I can tank like 2 of them or 3 of them. And just accept the damage and allow 1 golem to eat 3. So it should be pretty easy to get to that. And as long as I bait out the timer on the Mega Flare, I can heal up, because I think even a golem with 3 meteors infusing or absorbed into it, it'll do pretty pitiful damage that I can out heal. I'm pretty sure anyway. So we'll try that. Just gotta get the starter right. And get out Searing Light. Bait this meteor over here, just in the corner. Try to run away from it. I don't actually know if this does less damage if you're further away. Now here comes meteor phase, and we actually skipped Raven's Peak that time. I didn't expect it. Now we gotta quickly kill 2 of them and leave 1 up. Okay, this one will cause an explosion, so that's good, I guess. Leave this guy up. We'll heal up to full while he's doing pitiful damage. At least try to get to full. We are on a timer though, before the next round of meteors comes out. Killing this guy will automatically trigger that, but we do have some time before that happens. So I want to build up my attack with Aether Charge. Get this out, I guess. Maybe wait a little bit for Barrier to come back. Because it's important, very important, to survive those exploding meteors when they get next to each other. You can eat this now. Pretty good on health. MP is actually a problem right now. And we're actually in the next phase. Let some of the meteors, like 2 of them, get close to each other. That's it. Get the barrier up. And now we just randomly place some of these guys. Some of them might explode, but we just want 1 of them up. 1 golem up. The further golems, 1 of them is going to explode. We kill this one. Quickly. Alright, that's good. And we get this one to eat a couple of them while healing. We can maybe wait a little bit before making it eat the next, so that it does less damage and I can out-heal it. This one's annoying because it causes paralysis, which is a huge problem for me. Like that. And we can survive 1 meteor explosion, no problem. Just have to make sure we kill this guy. Quickly. And there we go. This is the maximum amount that we can do, unless we somehow got 1 less meteor before the phase change. So we'll put up our barrier. The Mega Flare will actually do nothing compared to the meteor itself. The exploding meteors are actually more of a wipe mechanic than Mega Flare is. It doesn't even pass the barrier, that Mega Flare. But that does. So here comes the real stuff. Now technically further than I've been before. Heavens Fall first. Now we'll begin our attack. We'll actually sow it a little bit for the next Heavens Fall if we can. Nope, wait, the Ghost of Mirror City is out. I didn't think dragons appeared this early. There's a different dragon that comes up that does a super duper wipe mechanic, even worse than anything ever before. Where if it hits you twice with the attack, you instantly die. Because it's designed to hit multiple people, but with only 1 player, it becomes a problem. So now we're going to try to DPS him down. Oh wait, damn it. Right. The thing about Heaven's Fall is that it's kind of untelegraphed. It drops down in the center and pushes you towards the outside. You don't want to be under it, but you want to be close to it so that you don't hit the edge of the arena, which is an insta-kill, annoyingly. Which is what happened to me. I actually need to double check at which percentage the super kill dragons appear on. One moment. %. So we just have to leave him above 47%, and hopefully DPS him down super quickly before that dragon can hit us 2 times in a row. We want to make sure we have all our attacks up ready for that very quick burst. The problem is that dragon attacks super fast, so it's pretty hard to get him down almost half his health in that short of a time. One of the tricks is to wait for Heaven's Fall to come by, the second Heaven's Fall, because while he's casting, that adds timer to the clock, amongst the Heaven's Fall pillar just being out and about. While the pillar is out, I don't think he can summon the Super Kill Dragon. But if it does come out, I guess I'll capture the Super Kill Dragon on screen. Let's try to do it a little bit better this time. Same strategy. Placement is good, no explosions. And you can absorb this. I guess we're good to move on to the next one. I'll just activate the barrier, activate this, and kill. Now comes the placement portion. We'll just try to get 2 of them close together. Start by standing still. First one's gone, second one is gone, and now place the rest. The colors represent different things that the golems get, different buffs. It might be dangerous to give them more of the same color, or beneficial, I don't actually know. Alright, these ones will explode, gotta kill one. Start healing. We're gonna have to face 2 exploding things, because we can't feed this guy more than 3. Actually, maybe should have let more than 1 explode, I don't know. We'll just go ahead and make this quick, I guess. No need to wait around too long. I do want the barrier though, so maybe I'll wait for that. Even now, he's still pretty pitiful with the damage. Our barrier from last time is still up. He hasn't broken through it yet. He's actually missing a lot of his attacks too, just based on item level. No, we didn't avoid that. Just gonna wait on barrier to come back and then get ready for the next phase. Pre-charge that attack. Gotta remember the 47% and charge that attack. And kill. Damn. Heal through that please. And now kill. Barrier up. These are going to explode after the Mega Flare, so I'm going to need that barrier. Hopefully the barrier is still up by then. They'll need to explode pretty quick, I guess. Now Heaven's Fall. We'll actually do some slow, just ruin DPS on this guy. Save up our other stuff for more important things. Gotta get him down to 47 and kill this guy. Barriers up. And wait for Heaven's Fall. Now. I'm not sure what those things on the floor do. I used to know, but I don't know anymore. Here comes Heaven's Fall. And now DPS. The other dragon's out. The big fuck you ice dragon, I think. Yep, that's one, and one more will kill me. There we go. It's that fast. I don't think there's any way possible for me to do enough DPS, even with the second Heaven's Fall, slowing down the summoning of the dragon, which I think is a thing, but I might be wrong about that. Unless I'm forgetting some other crucial way that works, there is absolutely no way for me to defeat Nael Deus Darnus. I'm pretty sure. One more try. The only thing that I can think to do different would be, well, there's one more trick, but I'm pretty sure Scholar, or other, Summoner can't do it with Physic. We're gonna try to get to the same phase and see if during that he maybe doesn't do completely unhealable DPS. The main thing is that he puts down a lot of meteors here, which are unmanageable for a long time. But in that phase, between, what's it called, Giga Flare and that dragon coming out, 47%, there might be a window where I can out-heal him, and that's the most important thing. Out-healing him. I can't out-heal him if he keeps on placing down meteors in this phase. Placement is decent. Kill this one and that one. You eat, and we'll charge up the next one. Ready on barrier in a second. Send it out now. We'll try to actually trigger 2 explosions here, if we can. That's 1, 2 gone. 1, 2 gone, and the others we'll just try to place away. One of these golems could land in an inopportune place. We'll see. Maybe. Yep. Alright, this last guy can eat the remaining 3. So I guess that was actually pretty opportune, its placement. And we can actually kill him now. While the Mega Flare counter is going, we don't really have to worry, I guess. Just kind of heal up. Get the barrier out, why not? Actually should have waited until Mega Flare was closer for the barrier. This is actually the field of Cartonneau I didn't mention before. What this is meant to call back to. Oh, damn it. I was directly under it. That's annoying. I think because I had the camera zoomed out all the way, I wasn't actually prepared for it. Damn. I forgot the barrier up. That's a waste. You go ahead and eat, why not? And start charging that. Wait a little bit more for barrier. Actually, maybe should have made him wait to eat, so he doesn't do the annoying paralysis thing. Which should come out any second now. Yep, there it is. Could interrupt it if I had the ability. I'm not sure if sleep works on this guy. Probably not. And now that barrier's up, kill. Bring out barrier pretty soon. First one gone. Second gone. Third gone. Fourth gone, and keep moving. Get this away from the meteor. That placement is okay, I guess. Wait, no, it's not. That's annoying. Damn. I wasn't fast enough. Bullshit. Alright, cut the music. I just wanted to get to that phase again with Towerfall to see if I could out-heal him. But even with this pitiful physic, I'm not sure I'd be able to do it. I'm not sure. I'll have to meditate, do some studying, I guess, before I make a decision on if this is possible or not. Not going to dedicate an entire episode to failing to Nael again, so Komori is going to once more retreat. It turns out absorbing the power of good King Mughal XII, long may he reign, and the imaginary ultimate Ultima wasn't enough, go figure. It worked up until now, on every wall that she faced, but not against Nael. While Komori studies up on her way to defeat the greatest enemy that she's ever faced, now would be a good time to take a break.